In this video I'm going to show you how to show the results if there is more than one result in a query. The way I'm going to do that is on the logged in page I'm just going to put a list of the products there. Now in order to do that I have made a table in our database called products and I've just filled it with some random stuff. It really doesn't matter what these are, the point is I'm going to get them out and put them onto our web page. So how do you go about doing it? Well, in order to do that, I'm going to need to connect to the database, I'm going to need to query the database, I'm going to need to get everything from that table and put it onto the page. So I need to connect to the database. Now guys, I'm not going to code again, I've already got the stuff. I'm going to copy and paste it from here. So I'm going to copy the same thing. So I'm going to just copy my connection string and put it there. And I need a query as well. Right, I'm going to do this down here. Now it doesn't really matter if the query goes up here or goes down here. What I write needs to go down here because it needs to be here on the page, but the query can go here or here. But just for the sake of keeping everything together, I'm going to put the query down here too, which means I need some PHP tags there. Right, so again I've already got stuff for the query. I'm going to steal this one and I'm going to edit it. There we go, so query string. Select everything from, not customers, I want from products. Where, well, I don't need a where, I just want to select everything from products, so that's a really easy query. Select everything from products. Done. Run the query. Done. Now, this is the difficult bit now. It's going to give me more than one result. We know that because we have 1, 2, 3, 4 rows in our table. So I can't just output it. Now the way to store more than one result from a query, this is in a table. So we're going to store it in a table. And in the help document, I've shown you how to do that. Okay, you can read this at your leisure for how it works. I'm just going to show you how to do it. So I need this code and I'm going to modify this code. I'll show you what it does now. So paste that. And I need one more thing. I need to store the results of that query. So that's run the query. This gets the result. Let's make sure my variables are the same. Yep. That's the variable to store the results. This is me running the query. In fact, I don't need that line of code because this will run the query and this will put it into the result. Okay, so this here is running this string here. Then what I need to do, while a row, this is a new variable, okay, equals the result of this query, fetch assoc. Now this is basically a command for an array. If you know what an array is, it's a table, and seeing as we have a table, it makes sense to put it into a table. Okay. Now this code from another example echoes the date and the date time of bit. Now obviously we have a different table, so the first thing is the product ID. So this is text I am writing here, okay, I'm echoing, and this is text in PHP. Then the row that I am currently on, this is a row, and this is the field that I want to get from the database. So the field is called prod ID. The next thing I want to display is the product name, and I need to put in the prod name. This is why it's a good idea to follow a naming convention for your fields, guys. So I just remember it's prod ID, prod name, blah blah blah. Okay, next thing I need to do is the, oh, I've forgotten, description and type. Okay, is the description. So prod description type is the prod type. Now, in the other example, there was more than that. I don't need it, which means I'm going to get rid of these. So I don't need successful. Delete. Now this here is just a break. Basically, at the end of every row, it will put a new paragraph. Okay, so they're not all on the same row. This is for some text. This means and in PHP. Then I'm putting in the result of the query and some text and the result of the query, which is the product name, and some text and the result of the query. Now this is all going to be from the same row, and these are the fields from that row, and then after that row we're going to put a break. Right, I also need to close that while, otherwise it won't finish. See, we have the start and the end of the while there. Okay, let's, fingers crossed, save that and run it, see if it works. So, press the button. Haha, of course it doesn't work. Okay, let's see why it doesn't work. So, prod, oh, that's why it doesn't work. Look, undefined index prod bracket type. So I've spelled something wrong. Yep, there we go, look. I didn't put an underscore. I hit the wrong key. I hit the bracket. Save that. Try again. There we go. There's all our products printed out for us from our query. Now guys, this can be added to. You can put in buttons, you can put it into a table, you can put them into text boxes. I will show you that in another video. But there we go. That's how to print out stuff from a query when you have more than one result.